Hello everyone, it's Christopher Allen with Christopher Allen's Designs, and today I am going to teach you a new technique that I kind of dreamt about, I guess. I woke up in the middle of the night and I have a little notepad that I keep next to my bed, and I hurried up and jotted it down, and I don't know what made me think of this or what made me think that I could write on a popsicle stick with the Explore, but as you know, I'm always trying new things, and I want to use this amazing machine for everything that it can do, and I'm always looking for new techniques. So today I'm going to teach you how to write on a popsicle stick with the Cricut Explore, and there's two things here. First, I made this card. It's just a simple card, but I thought it would be great. It's like might be like a summer thank you card if you go to a summer barbecue, but of course it's a popsicle, and on the stick it says thank you. And also I made this, which I posted on the page, my page, Christopher Allen Designs, and also the Cricut Design Space page. And what I love about this is, with this, you put all of these sticks into this mason jar with whatever, ribbon or whatever you would like, and on each stick they are color coded. And this one, as you can see, says movie marathon, and this is coded to the turquoise, and the turquoise means that it is something that is like a moderate middle level date that you would need. And the nice thing about this is it's when you want to look for a date, you can go ahead and by the colors, you can't see obviously very well what the actual dates are. You're just going to go ahead and you'll pull out a color, and based on what you want to do, that color, like this is just a picnic in the park, which again is going to be like a moderate, because obviously you have to purchase the food and get all of that ready and leave the house. This is going to be a moderate date. And the nice thing about this, like I said, is that all of these sticks were written on with the Explore, and I absolutely love that is how I was able to write on these. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how to go ahead and actually load the popsicle sticks into the machine. I was just sorry, I was looking for my popsicle sticks, and the popsicle sticks that I use, there's so many different varieties and different sizes that you can use. These are the larger size. I really like these for inside of my mason jar. These are actually a smaller size that I used for the popsicle stick, and you can even go smaller than this depending on what marker that you would like to use. And also with the markers, I'm going to go over very quickly because I won't go over those whenever we're actually loading things onto the mat. I use the Crayola markers. Whoops, the Crayola fine line markers. I just dropped one. The Crayola fine line markers. I also used the Precision V5 pen that you can use on them as well. And I also used the American Crafts metallic markers. You can also use, obviously, the markers that come with the Cricut machine. I used one of those as well. The blue marker, this is actually one of the Cricut markers that I use. It's a metallic, and I believe that is the only markers that I tried. Now, one tip that I want to give you before we jump to the computer, and of course, as always, whenever I start filming, I can't find what I'm looking for. Well, I'm not sure where it went, but what I suggest doing before you get started is take one of your markers and your popsicle stick, and this is one that I was like an experiment whenever I was first doing this. You want to take your marker. This one actually does not fit in the machine, but you want to take your marker and you want to draw. You want to write on it. And I'll give you, a close-up of this. You want to go ahead and you want to write on it. And by doing that, you can make sure that it is not going to bleed. I think you can see there, it is kind of focusing. that you want to make sure that it's not going to bleed. With some of the markers that I tried, there was a little bit of bleeding. Now, again, one other thing that I must say is there is going to be a little bit of bleeding when you're writing on it, because obviously you're not doing the very precise lines that the Explorer will do. So you're going to see some bleeding. But like with this one, this is a bolder marker that I used. I mean, I think it looks fantastic. So again, it's completely up to you. This is, you know, what it looked like when I did it with the Crayola marker. So I mean, it's completely up to you how you want to do it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to jump over to the computer. I'm going to show you exactly how to get a little, the camera's moving because I'm getting so excited. We're going to show you how to actually go ahead and put the font in and where to place it on the mat. And by mat, I mean the virtual mat. And then I'm going to circle around and I'm going to show you how to actually place them on the mat, and then I'm going to show you how it actually writes whenever it goes into the Cricut machine. I'm not going to show you actually how to paint the sticks. I think that all of you can kind of get the gist of, you know, what you can do with the it's just, I mean, really, it's just acrylic paint that, you know, was purchased from Walmart. That's all I used, acrylic paint. I used a palette, and I used just a regular, you know, brush. So it's, you know, if you want me to do a tutorial on how to paint popsicle sticks or how to paint with acrylic paint, I absolutely will. But I don't want this video to be too long. I'm trying to keep my videos under 15 minutes now because then they load a lot faster onto YouTube. Some of my original videos are over 30 minutes long and they take forever to load onto YouTube. So I'm trying to cut them down a little bit so that I can get them up quicker for you. If you have any questions, as always, go ahead and send me an email or comment below. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. It does help a lot to give other crafters, excuse me, the ability to see the videos without actually searching them out, because the more that you thumbs up, the more that it gets kind of shared on YouTube. So if you can give me a thumbs up if you like the video, that would be great. And I thank you so much, and you have a wonderful evening, and let's go ahead, or day, whatever time you're watching this, and let's go ahead and jump over to the computer. Bye. All right, everyone, we are now over at the computer, and I am going to just kind of briefly show you how we're going to bring in a font, and we're going to use one of the writing style fonts. Now, what you'll first want to do is you'll want to go ahead and you'll want to add your text. So I'm going to, this text will just say movie night. And you'll want to type in your text. And what you'll do is you'll go ahead and you'll go up to the edit, and mine is already clicked, but you want to click on has a writing style. It's up here. Usually it says all fonts is what will be clicked. That's what's clicked as soon as you go in. But you want to click has a writing style. And then what this will do is this will give you all of the fonts that are in your system that has a writing style. So what I like to use, I mean, my favorite is this one, which is Birthday Bash. And what you'll do is you'll want to measure your popsicle stick. Now, my popsicle sticks, it really did not matter the length, because these are, you know, the longer popsicle sticks. But when I measured, I wanted to measure from top to bottom on the popsicle stick to see how big I could make my words. Now, I found out that about 1.5 inches is as big as I could possibly make the letters, and I wanted to make them as big as I could, simply because, excuse me, not 1.5 inches, it's actually about 1/2 inch on my popsicle sticks, because they're larger popsicle sticks. And you want to make sure that you go into your edit screen, your edit box here, and that your height is under that. So I'll put 0.5 for mine, and that will make it the size that you need for the popsicle stick. Now, the only other thing that you need to know is when you hit go here, you want to make sure that you are placing this text in the exact same place that you're placing your popsicle stick. Now, I know that I've gone over this before with the bags. You want to be very mindful of where you're placing the popsicle stick and where you are you know, placing the font on the mat. So in this case, say that I wanted to do, and just for the sake of this video, we'll just duplicate this 3 times. So we have that duplicated 3 times. and we'll hit go. And let's just say that would be 3 different sayings. We'll hit go. And then we go ahead and we want to move this to where we have the popsicle sticks on the mat. Now, what I suggest is when you are putting this onto, you're putting this onto the mat, you want to go ahead, and I always put them in the center of one of these grid boxes. And what that does is that makes sure that I can just put my popsicle stick right there on the center of one of these, the center of one of these boxes, and I will know that it will, it's going to go ahead and it's going to write in the right place. Now, my popsicle sticks do measure lengthwise, they are about 7.5 inches. So what I'll do is you can look at these grid lines up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll bring this all the way over to that 7-inch mark because I think that's a good spot for me to have my writing on my popsicles. So you just want to, or popsicle sticks, excuse me. You just want to make sure that you have these in the place on the mat where you have the popsicle sticks, and you will never have a problem writing them. So that's all you need to do. You're going to hit go, and once your mat is already set up, you're going to go ahead and you'll be able to write on the popsicle sticks. Okay, so we're going to jump over, and I'm going to show you how to actually go ahead and place these on the mat. And then I'll show you how they actually write on the popsicle sticks, and then we will be done. Thank you for watching. Everyone, now we are at our mat, and I want to show you how to go ahead and place these on the mat. It's very simple. It's probably exactly how you would imagine that we would place these onto the mat. And what I want you to notice is that I am using a brand new Cricut mat. Now, this is something that you don't necessarily have to have, but I have noticed that whenever I used an older mat that has had lots of paper or fabric or things like that on it, the popsicle sticks are not adhering as well to the mat. Now, again, this is at your own risk of putting it on the mat. It's not going to hurt your machine, obviously, because it's not, it'll just fall off of the mat. But you do want to make sure that you have a sticky mat. So I'm using, again, a brand new mat. And this is great for this application. You might want to keep a mat handy. You can get them, dirt cheap on sale for just this application because, this as I know, and probably these mats are so sticky when you first get them that you can't really do many projects on them without kind of de-adhesifying them a little bit because they will, of course, your paper will get very, very stuck to them. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put just a couple of popsicle sticks on my mat here. And you want to kind of put them, in the same place on the mat, the same place as in, the same place as in, you want to keep them kind of the same place on these sides here. And as you can see, they are sticking beautifully to the mat. So you want to just kind of push them down well. And then what you'll be able to do is you can just feed this right through your machine. And that's as easy as it is. Again, you want to make sure, I said in the step previous to this, you want to make sure that you measure your sticks. This one's about 7.5 by a little under an inch. So you want to make sure that whenever you are placing that into the computer, where you're going to write on these into the computer, you want to make sure that you have that sizing correct on your fonts. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this into the machine, and I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like whenever it gets cut out. So let's head on over. Bye. All right, everyone. Like I said, we've jumped over to my Cricut Explore machine, and what you want to do is once you have everything placed on the mat where you want it, you want to take your pen like this, and you want to place your pen in your machine. In order to insert this pen into the machine, you want to hold, it's kind of hard to see this, hold underneath here, and then push the pen down until it stops. Then close that little clamp there, clamp A, and you're ready to go. So you'll hit go on the machine, and then you'll see that this light over here is going to start blinking. So once you hit go on the machine, you're going to hit this little clinking, this blinking Cricut light, and everything will start writing for you. So what I did here is I actually did 3 popsicle sticks on my mat, and you can do as many popsicle sticks on your mat as you would like. On this mat, obviously you'd be able to fit 12 popsicle sticks because that is the size of the mat, because I put them in between each of the blocks. So as you can see here, it is, I mean, it's very quick, very efficient. It is not damaging the markers. The thickness of a popsicle stick is almost the thickness of what the chipboard would be, or of, you know, the wooden veneer that this can cut through with the deep cut blade. And I'll actually be doing a video on the deep cut blade very soon. I just got mine and it's amazing. But with this thickness, it's not something that the machine is not used to. It's not something that is going to be, you know, so thick that it's, you know, the marker cannot, you know, is kind of dragging or anything like that, if that makes sense. But as you can see here, in that time that we've been talking, it's less than, I mean, I think it was like 30 seconds. We'll go ahead and we'll remove our marker, and I'm going to place it over here in my marker thing. Mine's so filled up, I can't put anything else in, so I'll just put this score pen in here for now while that's happening. Not a pen, but it's the score tool, sorry. So we'll put that in there, and as you can see, we'll unload this, and I'll pull the popsicle sticks up. Oh, this is a new mat, and it is really holding these sticks down, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and get this one up. Obviously, by pulling on this stick, it's not going to damage the stick. It is wood. So we'll put that mat to the side, and here we are. Now, I used, again, a metallic marker on these ones, so they, you know, they're a little bit of a different finish, but I love those. I mean, I think that they look fantastic. Trying to get that to focus there. So here's the other two, and again, you can use whatever you would like. I mean, you can use whatever kind of marker you would like. You can use, you know, whatever is you think that looks best. So there you are, and I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and of course, comment below. You can go ahead and leave me a message, leave me a comment, send me an email if you have any questions. But of course, thank you so much for watching the video. I, you know, really appreciate all of you, and you have a wonderful day or evening, depending on when you're watching this. Bye-bye.